Chapter 1. She was out there. Somewhere. He knew it. Although the link was not complete, he was certain he would locate her. In time. Standing beside the car, I viewed the house impassively, arms wrapped tightly around my chest, in a self-protective stance. I wasn't aware of the posture I'd adopted, but Ash noticed, wrapping his arms around my shoulders in a comforting gesture. "I know it's not much," he began hesitantly. "It'll be fine," I reassured him quietly. A narrow-fronted two-story in a sad state of disrepair, the faded blue cladding was in dire need of a coat of paint, and the shingles needed replacing. Despite its ramshackle appearance, the structure appeared to be sound, a heavy lock and deadbolt visible on the front door. As if reading my thoughts, Ash motioned towards the windows. "They're all secured, Finn. Bolts on every window, deadbolts on every door. There's an alarm system installed, which connects straight to the sheriff's office in town." For a few minutes, I studied the house, and Ash scrutinized me discreetly, apparently sensing the tension, which rolled from me in waves. It was tangible evidence of the stress I'd endured, apprehension I couldn't hide from one of my dearest friends. "Come on, I'll show you around," he offered. Following Ash up the stairs, I stood back as he unlocked the solid front door and ushered me inside. The interior of the house was unexpected, the living room spotless and filled with contemporary furniture. A fawn leather sofa and 2 matching armchairs. Oak bookcases stood on either side of a picture window, a breathtaking view of the crashing Atlantic beyond. Fresh drapes hung at the windows, and the walls had been recently painted, leaving a slight odor of paint fumes still perceptible. On the right of the hall, a dining room with elegant beach furniture led to a shabby kitchen. Although the benches were worn and the cupboards chipped, the kitchen was functional. Beyond that, an enclosed sunroom led to a dilapidated terrace, which Ash assured me was sturdy enough despite its ramshackle appearance. He guided me upstairs, where the master bedroom was comfortably furnished, and the bathroom was obviously newly renovated, with fresh tiling, paint, and fittings. The other 2 bedrooms were filled with paint cans, piles of wooden flooring, and the flotsam and jetsam of renovating an old home. The place was collapsing when I inherited it from my grandparents. Ash rubbed a thumb across his jaw thoughtfully as he surveyed the master bedroom. "I had contractors replace the bathroom and do some structural repairs. The rest is a work in progress, when I can score a spare weekend to fly up here." I glanced at him, a quick appraisal, catching the uncertainty in his eyes. I hurried to reassure him. "It's great, Ash. Perfect." Ash rubbed his fingers through his hair, eyeing me doubtfully. "Stay here as long as you want, Finn. I don't get up here often, and the place sits empty most of the time. You'll be safe here." His brown eyes were troubled, fine lines creasing his brow. "The security system will ensure nobody gets in." He caught the glimmer of anxiety in my eyes before I dropped a veil of composure over my features. "I appreciate it," I said softly. Ash cursed under his breath. I knew he hated seeing me like this. We'd grown up together and had become more like siblings than just friends. Ash, my brother Brian, and I lived on the same street as kids, growing up in the suburbs of Chicago. Ash and Brian initially loathed one another, but when a minor disagreement resulted in a fist fight over a juvenile dispute, it was me who had waded in to referee, a 4-year-old kid staring down 2 14-year-old boys. It was a turning point for Ash and Brian, turning mutual loathing into a deep friendship, which spanned 2 decades. Even now, I had trouble recalling why they disliked one another in the first place. There'd been cultural differences, with Ash coming from Japanese-American stock, and Brian and myself being purely Irish-American. They made incongruous friends from the beginning. Ash was dark-skinned with jet black hair and chocolate brown eyes. Brian, freckled and blessed with the sky blue eyes and flaming red hair, synonymous with an Irish background. Luckily for me, I'd miss that particular legacy.